Guys, so today's video is going to be what is coming in for you at this moment, and it's basically a reading about the new things coming in for you, either after work you've done on something or, whatever you're thinking about at this moment. And it's a collective reading, so remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And I'm actually doing this reading outside across the street in the parking lot. It's pretty nice over here. There's some birds chirping and plants and animals. It's nice. So take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. Pile 1, 2, 3, or 4. And we're going to slide over here and get started on pile 1. So for pile 1, there's a lot of unconditional love energy in this pile, and maybe there was a lot of it that got damaged in some way by something that happened to you. Maybe there was some sort of betrayal that really damaged the way that you looked at things and the way you felt about things in your heart and who you truly were at your core. There might have been something that really hurt you, and there may have been a betrayal that was just really hard to take, that caused a lot of pain and hurt. And now you are really starting to break through that and starting to come back to your heart. Oh, look at that. Betrayal is hard to bounce back from. Follow your heart. Karma calls. Know the worth of others in your life. So, there may be somebody in your life who has betrayed you and who may come back, who may try to make a comeback, who may try to bounce back from the past betrayals. Know the worth of others in your life, know the value, be grateful and show understanding and compassion in this situation. Karma may be calling in your life or the life of another person, and it may be causing a lot of disruptions and chaos because they may not be following the path that they should be, or you may not be. And so now it's really time to follow your heart and to know and understand where you truly belong, regardless of what has happened in the past. Naturopaths are here to care, nurture, and love all of life, and they do that with a respect for all of life on this planet. Every day as a parent is a chance to learn something and grow. Your words are like poetry. Your voice is very calming. You own what is yours, apologize, and make amends. You know that pride isn't worth it. Have confidence. You wouldn't have been chosen if you couldn't do it, but the choice to do it is yours. Sometimes a nice meal together with no electronics is the best medicine. So, you may be somebody who's a very natural and nature-loving person. Somebody who really is here to stand up for others when they're hurt or feeling down, especially children. There may be a lot of children that you nurture, care for, love, treat as your own, even if they aren't your own. But either way, there's a lot that you can learn from and grow when you are doing that as well. And you are somebody who really owns what is yours. You apologize, you make amends, you know that pride isn't worth it, and you try to change the past cycles so that you can do better from there on out. And you know the worth of other people in your life. You are somebody who really follows your heart, and it's really hard to bounce back from betrayal and hurt and heartbreak and things that happen that cause a lot of pain and sadness and hurt. But I think in this situation you have put in the work necessary to have something come back together. It may even be your relationship with your children, if this is somebody who has children. And really, one of the best things that can help in doing that is to have a good meal together without electronics around, and to just really be able to enjoy the moment and really listen and hear the people around you. Have confidence. You wouldn't have been chosen if you couldn't do this, but you have to choose to do it yourself. The choice is still yours. And maybe it's even choosing to own up, choosing to right the wrongs that you have done in the past as well. Whatever your heart is calling you to do this now. Can't stop these feelings. So happy. I am not for you. So, there may have been somebody who maybe fell in love, and walked away from someone, and maybe there's problems going on between you and this person over your children. And a lot of that might be because of the feelings they have for you, and I don't know. I am not for you. And you can't stop your own feelings, your own heart. If you feel like you are not for somebody, you need to tell them that you are not for them, and that you need to move towards something that feels more in alignment with your soul and your path, that feels more in alignment with being a naturopath, that feels more in alignment with, being somebody who doesn't place pride as such a high priority. You're somebody who has a very calming presence, and maybe the person in your past was somebody who was very dramatic, very game playing, very, and hurt you very badly in a way. And now you're really just on your own path, moving forward, and karma is coming in for you in a very good way. Yes, because now you are knowing your value, you know your worth. You are sitting stable, strong, with that grace under fire kind of attitude. Like, it doesn't matter what happens around me, I'm still calm and serene. I'm in my own energy, and I know my value, I know my worth, I know what I want, and I put in the hard work to create it. I am somebody very nurturing, humble, down to earth. You're somebody very, very nurturing, humble, down to earth, just filled with gratitude and appreciation for everything in your life. You're very abundant and fertile, but it's because you have worked so hard for this abundance and this fertility, for the loyalty and the commitment, because you're somebody loyal and committed. And now that you know your value and worth, it's time to take action to express your ideas, to express your communication that you need to express, to travel, to do what you need to do on your own. You got a lot coming in for you. You are starting to feel like you are perfectly fine and capable in and of yourself on your own, emotionally as well as physically. And it's because of the actions that you have taken to learn, to grow, to understand yourself more, and to understand what you truly do want and who you truly are and how much you truly are worth. You have really found a lot of self-love within yourself, and you are now really wanting to take action to express what you truly desire, where the value truly lies in your life. And you are not allowing anything to come in that is no longer worthy. Nothing that's going to disrupt your peace and your stability in and of yourself. There may even be a lot of abundance in the physical realm coming into you, like money, stability, a home, land, something along those lines. You may be traveling as well. But there's really just this feeling of peace and contentment in and of yourself on your own, and a wish come true may actually happen for you. Something that will make you very, very happy. Something that just makes you feel like getting up and dancing and, like Can't Stop These Feelings, that song, and a lot of that's because you have realized and acknowledged that what is meant for you will be for you, and what is not meant for you is not going to be for you, and it's not going to align no matter how you try to push it to. So you're willing to let go of that control and just be able to go with the flow. Be willing to be balanced and adaptable as well. You also may be somebody who may be a healer. You may be somebody who really performs a lot of services for others. You may do a lot of pro bono work or a lot of volunteer work. You may be somebody who, feeds the homeless or helps others in some way to feel good about themselves, to find their own self-worth, to see their inner hidden beauty. You're somebody who really cleans up a lot, somebody who takes on the responsibilities of others as well, somebody that really takes on the burdens of the people around them and the sicknesses and the things that they're going through. But you do need to make sure that you are always protecting your own energy and cleansing and clearing and keeping a clean, maintained environment, something that's your own. That's kind of what's coming in for you, I think, is something that's your own. You have a lot of deep inner beauty. A lot is hidden by this outside shell, but you have so much wisdom and knowledge and beauty, and you express this through your giving, your nurturing, your caring, your loving, your understanding, and your stability and strength, and you bring this to other people in your life, and so that is going to come back to you as well. And you know what? I'm kind of liking this pile because I picked this pile myself. So if this resonates with you, let me know in the comments below. And I would really like to hear about whether or not this resonated with you, and it helps my channel as well. It helps me as a reader to be able to do a better job too. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Alright, so pile 2 is taking me forever. Pile 2. You know, you might need to focus a little more solidly on your spirituality, on the signs and synchronicities coming into you, on what they mean, on, you know, bringing clarity to your view. And really, maybe meditation might help you a lot as well in this pile. So what is coming in for you? Something that signs have been pointing to. Yeah, strange things are happening. There's something coming in that has really been pointed to. You've been receiving a lot of messages and a lot of synchronicities and signs. A place for everything and everything in its place. Work hard and have faith. Everything has a purpose. Look at the silver lining on things as well. So I think there's a lot of stability coming into your life. There's a lot of, maybe you have gotten rid of or you're going to soon be getting rid of a lot of things that are cluttering your field energetically. Whether it be people, whether it be objects, whether it be just a bunch of stuff you don't even use, whether it be, you know, too much TV, things like that. You're going to be removing the things that don't hold value in your life, so that you can really be able to see what truly has meaning for you and purpose, you know. And there might be a new time coming in where everything is just working out the way it feels like it should be, where everything just has a place and everything fits and everything's doing good. Work and have faith, because everything has a purpose and strange things are happening right now. So at any time, anything could happen, you know. Work, have faith, and know and trust that good things are happening and good things are coming for you. Enjoy the journey, release the outcome. It will pay off. It pays off to let go and to just be. And if you feel drawn to pile 1 at all, you know, that's where you are once you're getting to that place of letting go, is you are really able to see the true value in things, and understand it more fully, you know, and understand what you are truly worth. And you are you are more able to allow that into your life, or to ask for it, or to acknowledge it even. Remember to be patient. Anything worth having takes time to cultivate. Patience is a very good thing. Very sensitive, emotional, mysterious, and deep. Sees the depth, easily intuitive. So you might actually be somebody who is clairsentient, which is like an empath, or somebody who is claircognizant, or clairvoyant even, somebody who sees and knows things at a very deep level, and somebody who understands things that a lot of people may not have that depth to them, or see those things in the same way, or understand them. You know, you're somebody who really understands things in a very in-depth way. Remember to be patient and know that the seeds that you have planted will pay off. Work and have faith, because everything is happening as it's supposed to happen. You are a very fair and balanced person who fights for what's right. You are untamable, a fiery force to be reckoned with, and spirited. So you're somebody who really stands up for the little guy and does what's right, steps in when you feel like something needs to be done about a situation. And, maybe you haven't been doing that as confidently as you usually would, because you might be feeling a little bit like you wouldn't have everything you needed if a certain situation played out in a bad way. And here's the thing, you know what? Just go for it. Say what you needed to say, do what you need to do, and don't worry so much about where you're going to land. You are somebody who works hard. Work hard, have faith, and fight for what's right, because you are just somebody who is a force to be reckoned with. You are worth more than you know. Don't accept less. Don't accept less than you're worth. Stand up and tell people, and if they don't see it and they don't recognize it after you show it, and you give them a chance to value it, then walk away. Because that's what you should be doing. You should be walking away if somebody is going to take you for granted. My wish come true always involves you. Phil, you are worthy of your dreams. So if you're thinking about a specific person too, or feeling a specific person very wholeheartedly, know that your hard work and your faith and the seeds that you have planted is going to pay off through persistence, determination, patience. Putting care, effort, and nurture into the connection will also help as well. Feel that you are worthy of your dreams so that you can put that care into the connection, so you can work towards something, because you're not working towards it and you're not putting an effort if you're not feeling like the person that you're working towards is worthy, that you're not worthy of them. Their wish always comes true with you, but if you're not feeling like their wish always comes true with you, then you are not putting in your 110% best self, So just put in your best self, put in your time, put in your effort, and don't worry about the outcomes. Allow that to just fall away. Yes, there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of fearful energy about whether or not there'll be enough, and a lot of focusing very highly on the details. And that can be used in a very good way. Focusing on the details is a good thing, as long as you're focusing on the details that are important and putting in the efforts that are required, and not overly focusing and making yourself anxious or afraid to where you're not acting on what you feel you should be acting on. There's a massive transformation coming into your life right now. You are coming out of this cocoon and you are really starting to shine, and you are really starting to show your true colors and your true self, and you're really breaking free of the past. You're starting to communicate more with a fiery, intense passion, and that is a good thing. Yes, because you're seeing clearly and you're expressing yourself without the veils anymore. And you're really starting to forgive people in the past who really did not provide you with what you feel you are worth, because you were accepting whatever they were willing to give, whatever crumbs they were willing to give, instead of standing your ground and being compassionate and understanding and loving of yourself and taking yourself out of those situations. There may have also even been somebody who betrayed you in the past, especially if you are drawn to pile one. There could have been somebody who betrayed you very harshly in the past, walked away from you, left you out alone in the cold with no one and nothing. And you are really forgiving that. You're really being able to move beyond that hurt and that pain, and you're really starting to see the lessons that came from it and the things that were achieved because of it, the transformation that happened because of it. And you're really starting to awaken to this brand new happiness, optimism, hope, and warmth, and you're really starting to bridge the gap of the past hurt and pain that was caused through conflict and despair and betrayal, or people fighting for themselves and cutting you in the process. You're really starting to see why that happened, and you're really starting to move beyond it. You're really starting to repair the damage that was done in your heart, and starting to love yourself more fully and respect yourself more fully, and to really appreciate and value yourself and the love that you have to offer and give to others. And you may even be somebody who really just spends a lot of time loving and caring for people who have no one there, and bringing them away from that pain and misery and sadness to the state of happiness as well. And I think that there is a lot coming in for you that is going to be amazing, because you're really starting to be more open and receptive to love, and to not just loving yourself, but allowing others to love you in the right way. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear if this resonated in the comments below, or if you have something to say about the video. I would love to hear it in the comments below. If you're going through a hard time right now and you're feeling like you're out in the cold like that, message me and let me know. I really hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3. So for pile 3, I think there's really a lot of silver linings coming into view right now. You might really be able to divine a lot of hidden meanings and see things that others can't quite see so clearly. I think there's a lot of receptive yin energy coming in for you as well. So we have balance of mind and heart. A balance of mind and heart. What is behind your mask? What is most important to you? Leave behind the opinions of others. Hard times ahead, keep faith. So, if you feel drawn to part 2 and there are some hard things going on, that one may actually help you to be able to get through the hard times. So, there's a balance coming in for you. A balance of your heart and mind. There might be a lot of hard times that come to bring you to this balance. Remember to keep your faith. Remember what is most important to you. This is a time to figure out what is most important to you, to ask yourself, if you woke up tomorrow and everything was gone, what would you miss the most? Tomorrow Never Comes by Norma McCarrick, I think is her name. My favorite poem since I was like 13, Tomorrow Never Comes. If I knew it'd be the last time I'd see you walk out the door, I'd hug and kiss you tightly and call you back for just one more. If I knew it'd be the last time that I'd hear your voice lifted up in praise, then I would, I don't know. Anyway, I can't remember it exactly, but you get the picture. What is most important to you? Do you want to have regrets about today because you didn't go after what was most important to you? Or do you want to go after the things that mean the world to you? Remove your mask. Don't worry what anyone else thinks about you. Don't worry what anybody else has to say about it. Take action to go after the things that mean the most to you. And that's what's coming. You're coming into a more calm, peaceful state where you're able to do that regardless of anybody's opinions or thoughts or ideas on it. Your peaceful presence calms any atmosphere. So don't worry about the hard times ahead, because you're going to be able to keep your head. You're going to be able to keep your balance because you have worked through a lot of issues, I think, that have really allowed you to be able to find peace. You always look so put together. And maybe that's because you're worried about what anybody else thinks about you too. Sometimes when we're worried about what everybody else is thinking, we're constantly making sure that we always look good, we always sound good, we always put on this picture perfect appearance for everyone in the world, when really that's not what's most important. What's most important is honoring your own heart and your own mind. Open up, let them in. Sometimes we can forget. Kids can see the pain that we're in. Explain so they don't worry. And if you're drawn to pile 1, that had something about kids in it as well. And it may be time to own up to your past mistakes. It may be time to own up to also, not put on such a perfect picture for your kids, to allow them to see your emotions, to allow them to see your pain, to allow them to see what you're going through, so they don't feel like they're alone either, because they might be going through a lot of pain and hardship throughout whatever you guys are facing. Whether it's a kid, whether it's a partner, it doesn't matter who it is, open up and let them in. Because when you mask yourself off like that, it creates a massive distance between you. And they can see what's going on, so they worry and they worry and they worry, instead of you just expressing what's on your mind, what's on your heart, and allowing it to be, and not worrying how they feel about it, not worrying so much how they see you. They may not see you as perfect anymore, but they see you as human like they are, and they can connect far more deeply when they see you as human. I don't know where we are going, but I'd like to find out. You trust others to follow their own paths. Your support helps them to trust themselves. So, you can tell, just explain. I don't know where we're going or what's going on here or how to get there, but, I'd like to find out. I'd like to know. I'd like to see. Trust them. And your trust will inspire trust in others too. Trust them to follow their own path if they feel like their path is not the same as yours, and support them in it. And your support allows them to trust themselves, and then they make it, and they are able to do what they set out to do because you trusted them and you supported them, and you even if it wasn't what you felt like they should be doing, you trusted them and supported them. If it's with kids, accept the changes coming your way. Go with the flow. Not all change is bad. So yeah, really be able to accept that the changes coming your way are coming your way whether you like it or not. Change is going to happen. And if you don't accept it and go with the flow, then it's going to happen in some really horrible, awful way where everything just falls apart. Instead, allow it to just flow naturally. And don't push it, don't force it. Not all change is bad. Not every time something comes to an end it's a bad thing, or every time something changes it's a bad thing. Believe in your dreams. You can make them come true. Like a shooting star, gone as quick as it appears. So, maybe you're worried that whoever or whatever this situation is, they're going to be gone as soon as they get whatever they're going for, whatever they're shooting for. And you can't hold someone back because you're afraid they're going to be gone if they go after their dreams, because in essence you just push them right out the door, because they're going to go after their dreams if they're important enough to them, and they're going to leave you behind to do it. So inspire them to believe in their dreams, and really inspire them to believe that they can make them come true, instead of feeling like they have to live in this perfect box and keep everything simple so that they can maintain their relationship with you. 10 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, illumination, and judgment. It's time to release any past judgments. It's time to forgive. It's time to live and let live. And it's time to see things as they really are. And massive illumination is coming to you on your own judgments, on the judgments of others, on the hard work that you've put in to nurture, care for, grow, whatever situation this is. And there's going to be so much happiness and love and beauty at the end of it, because you have really been able to inspire trust in others by trusting them. And by being able to sit back and allow them to go on their own path by themselves, you are really leading them straight back to you, because you have worked hard for this, and you have been patient, and you have been trusting, and you have watered this garden, and you have made it fertile, and that is going to pay off in some way. There's going to be a massive illumination coming to someone, and it could even be someone who has blocked your dreams and who didn't support you and who really pushed you down in a box because they felt like you were going to become bigger than they ever were, and so you were going to leave them behind in the process. And in essence, maybe you walked away and now they're seeing the truth of that. Sea serpent and the cobra. So you are a wise teacher, someone who has really been an inspiration to all, a leader. But in being a leader, you need to make sure that you are not forcing others to follow your same path, but are allowing them to see things from your viewpoint and then find their own and stick to their own and research to get their own, and not to just follow whatever is being said or spoken to them, but to actually take action and initiative to go out and find out the truth that they believe in for themselves. And in shedding these past behaviors and the past control and the past whatever has been there, you are having this new life formed. You are really being able to let go of the pride, the ego, and really being able to step up into the actual teacher role by being able to teach them while they're there and then let go when it's time for them to go on their own journey. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear if this resonated in the comments below, or if you have anything to say about it. I'm also offering personal readings as well. You can message me through my Skype link below if you're interested in that. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye, guys. So for pile 4, and I really hope we get to fit this whole thing into this reading and I don't have to make another video later, but we're going to get started on it quick. So I think that you are really adapting, changing, really being molded into something, and you can't quite see what's going on yet. You can't quite see what's being made from this object yet, or from this, whatever's going on. You can't quite see what's being made yet, but there's a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities, and the more you find your inner peace, the more you'll find clarity on what those signs and synchronicities are leading you towards. Gather courage and strength. Who is really standing in your way? You have to be able to see your creation to create it. Hold your loved ones close. Give your fears and worries to a higher power. So it's time now to really rely on and give over your fears, your anxieties to a higher power. I think you're really going to be able to gather the courage and strength to be able to do this, to really be able to look within yourself and to see who's standing in your way, and to really take the bold action you need to take to be able to be around the people you truly love and to really connect to the people that you truly love. My eyes always find you and can't seem to look away. Yeah, so really there is somebody that you are thinking about, somebody that you really would like to be around, somebody who really brings a lot of happiness into your life, someone who really is you'd like to be closer to, and you'd like to hold close, and you'd like to get close to, and maybe you're really feeling anxious or worried or nervous that if you allow them in, or if you try for it, they're not going to see you the same way, or they're not going to want the same things, you know. It's better to have the courage, you know, because then you know what is worse than worrying about it and wondering about it, when instead you could know, you know. And the only way you're going to know is if you take that action, or somebody else may be taking that action towards you as well, if that resonates more fully. It could be somebody else is finally seeing what's standing in their way and gathering their strength and courage and coming in. You understand yourself enough to know what you want and to go for it. But nope, we're going to go back to the first one, because that's the one I was feeling more anyway, and that message kind of confirms it. Yes, you understand and know yourself enough to know what you want to create. Imagine it, envision it, and then create it. And it may not look like much at first, but it will get there as you work on it and towards it. You are an old soul, and you lead others with your wisdom. And remember that a leader leads by actions, so lead by your example. Your intuition is always spot on. You trust your gut and you know what's right. So you know what is right for you. You know what's right for you, what's wrong for you, what resonates with you, what doesn't resonate with you. It is time to take action, to go after what you feel is for you, and to leave behind things you feel are not. Your ability to communicate benefits you immensely in your endeavor, and you have the ability to communicate what you need to communicate. You have the ability to bridge the gap. You have the ability to apologize. You have the ability to, you know, all of these piles feel kind of connected, you know. And so if you picked pile 4, you might be interested in some of the other piles. If you feel drawn to another one, go ahead and watch it. But you have the ability to communicate what you want, and it immensely benefits you. So step into your power and do that. Read between the lines. They may not be opening up because they are unsure of your reaction. So they're, you know,